Hello, welcome to our channel. We appreciate each and every one of you. There are apparently 40 airports that are closing flight after flight after flight, and they're about to play the alien card. Welcome to our channel. We appreciate each and every one of you. You are the salt of the earth. You are the leaders of the world. Sorry about the censoring, but it only exposes the FBI as the world terrorist organization. Anyway, a note from our advertiser. As we wrap up 2025, it's a good time to slow down and reflect on what's going on. Uncertainty isn't temporary in the world we live in now. Don't expect things to go back to normal. They're not going back to normal. Like they're not going to stop spraying us. There's no way. For decades, my friends at Noble Gold have been selling gold. I started buying gold at $1,200. It's now $4,000. Now they got to suppress it, or the world's reserve currency goes into gold, and the US dollar goes kaput. And it's about to, because the BRICS nations are trading outside the dollar now. So we got some real problems in the United States. It's an uncertain world. Wealth is not digital. It's what you hold in your hand. If you think you're wealthy because you have digital wealth, at the flick of a switch, the FBI can take it away. You say the wrong thing, you poop sideways, you burp in the wrong place, some FBI agent sees you, it's gone. You stop a nuclear war, your wealth is gone. They seize your home, they seize your everything. If you don't own it, you don't hold it in your hand, it's not yours. And that's what Noble Gold delivers. When you have it in your hand, you have peace of mind and you can sleep at night. Anyway, you have a safe future. And that's important because with the airports closing down and the alien card being played, you need a safe future. Don't leave your future to chance. And on to the news. Oh my God, media James O'Keefe had a guy exposed that massive illegal voting in New York. They actually did this on video and Trump made no arrests. Massive illegal voting for this communist, and they didn't go in and recheck the votes. Trump looked the other way. Federal voting now is a joke. And on camera, now that was done on camera and posted. On camera also, California Prop 50 money is being transferred to Gavin Newsom illegally. They admitted it was illegally. Trump made no arrests. He is fomenting this civil war. Or maybe he's waiting for the alien craft to come down and unify us. And 40 airports again are cutting flights. Be very careful because the flight that you are flying on may be canceled. The FAA, because FAA employees are no longer paid, but we have $10 billion to give to the Ukraine, and the Ukrainian FAA is fully employed, but we don't have any money for the US FAA. Anyway, the FAA, Federal Aviation Administration, has decided to start massive canceling of flights so there isn't a 10-hour to 24-hour delay on flights. So they're just canceling them. There is no refund. You can't get your money back.
You can if you buy insurance, Bill.
Well, you can if you buy insurance,
right.
But if you just buy a ticket from American Airlines or some other airlines...
Well, that's why you're telling everybody, be careful, buy the insurance.
So buy the insurance because your flight is likely to be canceled. And if this continues, which it looks like it is because nobody's going to buy U.S. bonds, if this continues, the whole airport system will shut down. So this is not over illegal aliens. This is to start Civil War number 2. That's why Trump made no arrests for the illegal voting, which was on camera, and for the illegal transfer of money to Gavin Newsom, which is illegal. He should be in jail. Trump made no arrests. Pam Bondi sits on her butt and does nothing. And Kash Patel and Bongino of the FBI do nothing over fake votes. Nothing. They're the World Terrorist Organization. Anyway, we're going to talk about 3i Atlas. When is it due? It's due the 29th of December. Merry Christmas. So as IBM lays off 3,000-4,000 people and as other companies are planning massive layoffs right before Christmas, and the states will claim their unemployment benefits are broke, which is a lie. They need to support illegal aliens with medical care and welfare. So as the states run out of unemployment insurance, they're going to lay everybody off and they're going to do all kinds of nasty things. And then all of a sudden, the alien 3i aircraft is supposed to be here. So We have spacecraft that Lockheed Martin set on a Lucifer Trust, and you can go back and watch it. Unless they've erased it. Remember, Lucifer is the father of lies. In 1950, we had the Skycraft spacecraft. It was at Forrestal Research, so was I, Research Center. And it was about the size of a house, and it was white, and it floated. It just floated. We built our first flying saucer in 1950. We landed on the moon in 1964 with that spacecraft, or another flying saucer. The Nazis had them in 1936. They had the time bell in 1939. Powered by spinning mercury in one direction, spinning mercury in the other direction, and then with static electricity antennas. And then, of course, you spin the electrons around you faster than the speed of light. You go into beta minus, you go backwards in time, you spin them almost the speed of light, you go forward in time. That's so top secret, it's in Wikipedia, the beta minus particles. So we've had spacecraft that can go up to the astral plane. We vibrated 85 megahertz, the astral plane faster, the upper astral plane faster than that. When God threw Lucifer down, he threw him down onto Mount Hebron, the tribe of Dan in Israel. So there's all kinds of biological warfare labs under there. But he resides in the astral plane in Shambhala over Mongolia and hangs out in the upper astral plane, which has 50 times more energy than our plane of existence. So anything from the upper astral plane will wipe out anything in our plane. So our starships go up to the upper astral plane, and when they try to vibrate their hull faster, they never come back. They turn into pure energy. Anyway, they don't exactly know what happens because they don't come back. So what is this Wamu Mamu? Well, that just passed by and everybody said, it's an alien spacecraft. It's an alien spacecraft. They had another one. It's an alien. Well, third time's a charm. So here comes 3i Atlas, number 3. Well, apparently 3i Atlas is changing course. Now remember, there are 69 planets in this solar system. Some are in the astral plane, some are in the upper astral plane, but they're material. And as you go up in the plane, things get fuzzier and fuzzier until you're in the upper astral plane and the sun is cold to the touch. There is a plane below us here. We're in the third dimension. There is a plane below us where even water is hot. And that's where HE double hockey sticks is, in a plane below us. And they all exist right here, right now, simultaneously. The astral plane, the upper astral plane, the mind plane, the making plane, the God plane. They all exist all around us. God's not in the sky, he's all around us. What he does, he does. Anyway, 3i Atlas is changing course. It was not destroyed by huge sunspots that spat out of the sun. Remember, NASA's been firing lasers at the sun for many years, and there are sunspots everywhere now, and they're getting weird. Like the pluses here and the minuses here instead of the plus and minus. They're twisting and turning and creating open spots in the sun to blast planet Earth. That's what's happening. Thank you, NASA. And Trump just appointed a new director of NASA. It's too much for the Department of Transportation to handle. And there's no real pictures of 3i Atlas. There's people with massive telescopes. And all the pictures they released are completely covered up by the CIA and FBI. Complete blackout on what 3i Atlas looks like.
I know. Why the big secrecy?
Because
what the heck?
They're going to play the alien card.
Yeah, well, is it so they can lie and twist the story how they want it?
So they can lie, cheat, steal, and murder. That's what the FBI and CIA do. They lie, cheat, steal, and murder. That's how they maintain control. And the FBI are the puppy dogs for the CIA. They're the little puppy dogs that CIA brings the drugs into the country, the FBI distributes it. Oh, we're blowing up the drug boats coming in. Yeah, well, what about the CIA planes? Air America, or as we know it, Buffalo Airlines. Remember Branch Davidians?
Yeah, Bill Clinton.
Remember Branch Davidians? Bill Clinton ordered them all dead, used one of my tanks to blow up the nursery with a 40-pound charge of C4 to kill all the little children. That's Bill Clinton, baby. Jocelyn Elders. Well, they were tracking Buffalo Airlines. Shooting at the BATF, shooting with the BATF and the FBI one day at the rifle range, shooting at the BATF and the FBI the next day. Because they can turn on you like that. Just like that. One day you're the best buddies, you go through their law enforcement class. The next day you stop a nuclear war, they steal everything from you. They can turn like any terrorist organization. So they're hiding all information about 3i Atlas. That's why, Jane. Because they have to lie. They can't not lie. Anyway, it's already gone past Mars, past Jupiter, swung around, and is headed for Earth with an expected arrival time of 19 December. That's when they're going to play the alien card. And one of their aircraft just crashed north of Area 51. So they may be affecting us with scout ships. But remember, when we go up to the galaxy, the universe is shaped like this. The higher the plane of existence you go, the closer the planets. So when we go from our plane of existence to the astral plane and the upper astral plane, Mars is a minute away. So what they're saying is this aircraft from, who knows, Sagittarius, Virgo, whatever constellation they're going to pull on us, that aircraft has to travel at this slow speed to get to planet Earth, and they don't know how to vibrate their hull 4 or 5 times faster to get into the astral plane. And they have to make their spaceship look like a big rock. Really? Really? Man, NASA lies like a rock. They lie like a rug. Anyway, so everything's hidden from the public. It's headed back to Earth. The gas plume has huge amounts of nickel, which is weird because I thought space had nothing in it. So how can there be a cloud of nickel following it? I'm telling you, NASA lies like a rug. Most comet trails are water. This is 4% water. So there was a communication sent to Earth, a WOW communication. Right, somebody's lying. And has additional illumination. There are apparently lights that NASA claims are on the spaceship, but all real pictures of 3I Atlas done by real astronomers are blacked out, just like the 2 Black Knight satellites up there. You never hear about the 2 Black Knight satellites, do you? Complete blackout. They've been there since the dawn of history. Anyway, prepare for the alien card to be played. 3I Atlas is very unusual. Remember the U.S. Okay, we already talked about the Lucifer broadcast. We have a real space program that sucks up trillions of dollars a year. That's why we've had inflation. We've been building spacecraft out of Kings Mountain, Utah for a very long time. And 3I Atlas is 1 million times denser than Oumuamua, and 1,000 times denser, massive than Mauricio, which are 2 satellites. Okay, we're doing fine on time. Other unusual events: top secret military aircraft crashed at Area 51. R2 Swan and 3I Atlas, 2 meteors rendezvoused behind the sun. So the astronomers couldn't see it, but our starships could see it. Our satellites from Mars could see it, but those pictures were blacked out. So you are going to believe the CIA when they come down here. And there was a strange package at Andrews Air Force Base where Air Force One is. And 3 of the people on Air Force One approached the package and got sick. They abandoned Andrews Air Force Base, and they said, "Don't worry, nothing to see here, just swamp gas, nothing to see here." And then all of a sudden the story keeps changing. Oh, it was white powder, it was this, it was a bomb. Blah. That's how you know it's the FBI, because the story keeps changing. The CIA does a story and it's clear. The FBI does a story and it's convoluted and twisted and they keep changing it. Like the Bill Kirkland assassination. First they have this shooter, then they have that shooter, then they have that shooter. FBI orchestrated. Well, this is FBI orchestrated. So Professor Brian Cox, which we've never heard of, he was some kind of a keyboard player and then all of a sudden became a professor. Isn't that amazing? Does out-of-body experiences like Princeton University, School of Esoteric Studies. They do out-of-body experiences and they go look at all these things. They're in the astral plane and they look at all these things. They know what 3I Atlas is, but they're not saying a word. That's right. Our major universities have studies of esoteric studies, which is out-of-body experiences, and you sit around and go, "I love you, Lucifer. I love you, Satan. We love the devil. We love you, Satan." They sit around and hold hands with black candles and letters written never meaning to send in white satin. This is the School of Esoteric Studies at Princeton. in many other universities that you pay for. The worship of Satan. You pay for it. So the esoteric studies at all these universities hate the United States, and we pay for it. And they go out there and look at the stuff, but all of a sudden nobody knows anything about Three Eye Atlas. Isn't that amazing? Amazing, Jane. And then, so Professor Brian Cox, Out-of-Body Experience, the School of Astronomy, University of Manchester. First he's a keyboard guy for a band, and then all of a sudden he's a university professor. Does that sound like CIA? Mm-hmm. Married an actress, put in to be an actress by the CIA? Yep. Okay, Three Eye Atlases. He said, Three Eye Atlases. Actually, I got to do it in his voice. Three Eye Atlas is a warning. What's coming next has NASA terrified. Okay. So we heard from some unknown professor. And that's about it. We're going to have to find out if this three-eye alien isn't. If it is the alien card, then it's coming from Lucifer directly, the devil. Remember, I get the devil's newsletters. So I get to read about what's coming before it happens. Like the FBI assassination attempt in a few days on President Trump. It's the 7th today, 8, 9, 10, 11, so 4 days. Go ahead, Kash Patel, deny it. Go ahead, Bangino, deny it. Everybody knows you're nothing but the terrorist organization of the world.
Well, if nothing else, this whole thing has taken the mind off of everything else that's important.
The crashing economy, the rehypothecation, the U.S. selling of stocks of the United States corporation to raise money, and nobody's buying them. The fact that the Federal Reserve System is buying U.S. bonds, which is buying state bonds, which is buying Federal Reserve bonds, which is buying school bonds, which is buying Federal Reserve bonds, which is buying bonds. It's all going to come crashing down when they lower the interest rate. So they can't lower the interest rate because Powell is an idiot.
Well, not to mention all the arguing countries amongst themselves.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to say that W-A-R word.
Like France wants to send troops in the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Their leader is, according to the Lucifer Trust and the director of the United Nations, Macron is a walking, and along with Starmer and Merz of Germany and the head of Spain and the head of Italy, are walking, talking frickin' demons. And so now they have a demonic spacecraft coming to Earth for the demonic alien invasion. At least it takes your eyes off the crashing economy, which Trump could fix in about a month, but he's not gonna. And he's not gonna arrest the election fraud people. He's not gonna arrest Letitia James. You and I would be in jail for the rest of our lives, but he ain't gonna arrest her. He ain't gonna arrest people stabbing and murdering people who are politicians. He indicted the mayor of Kansas City, who's a citizen of Mexico, but she's not arrested. She's never been deported. She's just got federal indictments. Big frickin' deal. She's still the mayor. She's not in jail. So it'll take your eyes off all of that garbage while you look for the demonic alien invasion. So here it comes. Buy gold because it's safe. So no matter what the U.S. government throws at you, you've got your money. You've got your wealth. That's why I call Noble Gold at 877-646-5347. I want real gold, not gold that's tungsten plated. And they got a machine and they run it over and we buy real gold, real platinum, and real silver. Anyway, not Credit Suisse stuff when they peeled it apart and found it wasn't made of gold. Anyway, God bless. Thank you very much. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll see you tomorrow.